Excellent. Well, this is Val, and you're from Australia, Val, did you say?
Australia.
Excellent. Which part of Australia are you
I
happy
was
to?
born in Melbourne, but I've lived and worked all over Australia.
Yeah.
This sign over here, one of your signs here, justice for the vaccine injured. They can't hide that truth anymore. You know, they can hide it as much as they want. Make it make sense where you give a vaccine to someone, but if something happens to you when you receive that vaccine, oh, you can't sue us, you can't hold us responsible, you chose to have it. Here's the thing, informed consent didn't happen. So, you know, that's just one of your signs that are here. Watch this space, because there's a lot about to unfold.
Sure. And I mean, in terms of the vaccine, quote unquote, I mean, I mean, if you don't mind me saying, you don't have to say if you don't want to, but
You can ask me anything.
thank you.
If you ask me, I'm going to tell you.
Okay, thank you. What were your views on this vaccine or vaccines in general before this COVID one was rolled out? I mean, were you critical of vaccines before that, or was it when the COVID one came along and you thought, hang on?
So it's a good question. So I have a child who's now a grown woman. I did the dutiful thing and the thing that I thought was right at the time. My daughter had all of her vaccines, so did I. But I've always been a seeker of truth and a questioner. So when they rolled out a supposed vaccine and changed the meaning of what vaccines were, I just went, hang on a sec, there's something not right here. And when they rolled it out very quickly for the safety of humanity, in an unprecedented amount of time, all my hair stood up and went, hang on a sec, there's something not right here. Let's just wait and see.
If you don't get vaccinated, you're antisocial. This is what the Dutch Prime Minister and Health Minister told us. You don't get vaccinated just for yourself, but also for others. You do it for all of society. That's what I said. Today, this turned out to be complete nonsense. In a COVID hearing in the European Parliament, one of the Pfizer directors just admitted to me, at the time of introduction, the vaccine had never been tested on stopping the transmission of the virus. This removes the entire legal basis for the COVID passport. The COVID passport that led to massive institutional discrimination as people lost access to essential parts of society. I find this to be shocking, even criminal. Please watch the video until the end.
Voor u, mevrouw Small, heb ik de volgende vraag waar ik een duidelijk antwoord op wil. And I will speak in English so there are no misunderstandings. Was the Pfizer COVID vaccine tested on stopping the transmission of the virus before it entered the market? If not, please say it clearly. If yes, are you willing to share the data with this committee? And I really want a straight answer, yes or no, and I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much.
Regarding the question around, did we know about stopping immunisation before it's entered the market? No. No. These, you know, we had to really move at the speed of science to really understand what is taking place in the market.
This is scandalous. Millions of people worldwide felt forced to get vaccinated because of the myth that you do it for others. Now this turned out to be a cheap lie. This should be exposed. Please share this video.
And when I saw people getting injured, dropping dead, you know, changing who they were as a person, I just went, yeah, no, I'm never going to do that.
Doctors want more evidence on the risk of side effects for younger children. Just yesterday, one 14-year-old boy was admitted to hospital with inflammation of the heart following his second Pfizer dose. But the scare hasn't deterred his dad from wanting the rest of the family vaccinated.
Meeting you with a view to a kill, face to face in secret places, feel the chill.
How many people, do you think many people know about the yellow card system, Mo?
No, They say that it's only about 1% that's actually reported on the yellow card system. I'm guessing it'll be the same in America with the VAERS system, so not a lot of people do not know.
Wow. And do you feel that these people jabbing our fellow human beings are being told about the yellow card system?
No, they're not. It's not part of the informed consent that they're supposed to get when they're going for their jabs. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So they need to make it
told.
No. Okay, thank you, Mo.
Now, has my views changed on vaccines? Absolutely. Because I've researched a lot about vaccines and I'll never get vaccinated again, ever. Ever.
And in some ways, is that this whole COVID thing has done us all a favour worldwide, is because it's actually turned people generally against pharmaceutical companies, and there's more people apparently turning towards natural remedies because that trust in the pharma has dropped significantly.
Think about the history of the medical industry, particularly in the 18th and 19th century, and then go back to the 14th and 15th century, when women were the healers. They used plant medicine to heal people, and then something changed. Let's just put it under the umbrella of big pharmacy and programming, shall we? And there was a lot of doctors in Australia, particularly sitting back going, hang on a sec, my oath is do no harm. How can we possibly put this in people when they researched what was in those supposed injections? Now, there was doctors paid to inject people, we know that. There's so much out there now, they can't hide the truth.
Yeah, no, I think it was a ridiculously low amount of money to inject somebody with a untested substance for doctors. It's quite shameful, really.
Yeah, doctors were being paid. The more they injected, the more money they got. Make that make sense.
Why exactly? Is that really in the name of keeping us safe?
You can, going on your comment about Big Pharma, and I've worked in the medical industry, so I've seen behind the scenes, and when pharmaceutical companies are paying incentives to practices, if you've got 5 different drugs and the company, puts on a spread of lunch and says, hang on, this is a great drug we've got here, we'll provide it for free just so you can see how it goes, and if you promote it and give it to X many patients, we'll give you this much money. Help that make sense?
Yeah.
And I asked the question this morning actually about why do people resolve to, when they're given a diagnosis of whatever that is, why do they not have a look at what caused that diagnosis? How have they ended up with that diagnosis? Or do they just go, oh yeah, give me a script for that? Why not get to the root cause of why they've got it in the first place?
And we also make the commitment that every year, as we discover and bring to the US or to Europe or to the world new medicines, automatically those new medicines will be inserted into the offer of the portfolio that we will offer into these countries. I think that it's really a fulfillment of a dream that we had together with my leadership team when we started in 19. The first week we met in January of 19 in California, and to set up the goals for the next 5 years. And one of them was by 2023, we will reduce the number of people in the world by 50%. We will reduce the number of people in the world by 50%.
We will reduce the number of people in the world by 50%.
I think today this dream is becoming reality.
So it's really a purpose-driven company. And
Melbourne, Australia. Awesome. Thank you. I'm going to give you a hug, Ralph. Awesome. Amazing.